What's up, guys? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. We're talking about the Flytanium and Demko, I guess, arcade. This is a knife that is not mine. It was lent to me. And yeah, let's take a look at it. First of all, please subscribe to the channel. And my Instagram's dudes_daggers if you want to go over there and check me out. And like the video, please. So, the Flytanium Arcade. This is the first knife that I'm aware of that Flytanium has put out. I believe they put out some Bali songs maybe before. This is the first knife I'm aware of that they've done. And it's a collaboration with Demko. It doesn't say Demko anywhere on it, but it's a collaboration in that Demko has allowed them to use their shark lock. It's a patented thing, so they had to have permission to use it, and they did. In fact, this is made in the same factory that the other Demkos are made in Taiwan. You can tell the stonewashing on the blade is exactly the same, which I really like. In fact, I love their stonewash. Just the shark locks are exactly the same. They feel pretty much exactly the same. If I was closing my eyes and just doing this, I'm not sure I'd be able to tell if it was a Demko 20.5 or the arcade. Let me let Floki out here real quick. So when I saw these were coming, I really disliked the marketing around the knife. They really made it seem like a toy. Just the way that it was marketed. They called it the arcade. I don't know what this has to do with video games. Like the graphics they were using in their flyers and on the website had a really like bright colors and like almost video gamey kind of vibe. And I have no idea where that came from. And it was kind of a turnoff for me. I was just turned off from it. Also, the fact that they seem to be like obviously trying to get you to buy these extra inserts, fancier inserts. You could pay more for a backspacer. I think that's it. There might have been one other thing. I don't know. It just seemed to me like it was a cash grabby kind of, surviving on hype kind of thing. So I didn't buy one, but I still want to try one. So luckily, my buddy let me try it out. And after getting it in hand, this is a good knife. This is a good knife. I'll let you know my opinion at the end, but this is a good knife. If their marketing had been different, if they had kind of sold it as more of a, maybe like a work knife or a outdoorsy knife or just a, I don't know, something else, something other than what they did. I might not have been initially turned off by it. And I think I'm not alone there. Definitely a lot of people I talked to hated it as well when it, hated the marketing at least. So anyways, let's get some specs out of the way. Blade is just over it's over 3 inches. It's about 3 3/16. Handle a little under 4.5, and overall about 7 5/8 overall. Let's check blade stock. 126 thousandths. I think I'm reading that right. And then behind the edge we got 22 thousandths. Yep, 22 thousandths, which is thick, but they laid their edge back pretty far. That's a wide edge bevel, and I think that's good. That was good. This I have not tested this yet, but I will. He said that I could, so keep an eye out for that. It'll probably come out either the day of when this comes out or the day after when this video comes out. But this reminds me of the my shark cub that I just bought. Is it right here? Hold on. No, it's over there. But they on that knife also they had a nice wide edge bevel on it. So, and then that thing slices like insanely well. Now the blade stock is much thicker on the arcade than the Shark Cub, but still, it's nice that they laid that back. So even though it's a little thick behind the edge, it's because they have that wide, and it should cut pretty good. Oh yeah, size comparisons. Let's get out some other Demkos. There's the 20.5, which is, well, at least the Shark's foot version is slightly shorter. The drop point might be around the same. Here's the American-made AD20. And let me go grab the Shark Cub. There she is. See how that edge bevel is nice and wide on this one too? Yeah. There's the Shark Cub. So this is the first time we've seen the Shark Lock on a knife other than a Demko. And it's cool. You know, the Shark Lock is one of my favorite locking mechanisms of all time. I absolutely love it. You know, its only downside is it doesn't have a snappy breakaway. You know, it doesn't have much of a detent. It's just how the lock works. You know, you can, yeah, hard to do that under the camera. But you know, you can, I can't do it. You can, you know, slam this down and have the blade pop out. You have to be really intentional. It never would do it by itself, but you get what I'm trying to, you get the point is there's not like a snappy detent on these Shark Locks. For me, I don't care. And this is the only instance where I don't care. You know, like on crossbar locks, a lot of them can be quite mushy. On those, I care. Because I have tried some good crossbar locks that are actually pretty snappy. You know, they'll never be quite as good as something with a detent ball, but pretty good. So when I get a mushy one, I'm like, ah, man, this could be better. But with the Shark Lock, I know what it is. I love just, you know, I love it. I love the sounds it makes. I love how strong it is. I love that, you know, it's not like in a crossbar lock where an Omega spring could just randomly break on you, rendering the knife, you know, pretty much useless. There's nothing to break. There's a spring, but it's an actual coil spring, which won't break ever. And, you know, it's just super strong. It's, you know, finger safe, you know. You can do it really easily with gloves. I was carrying my Shark Cub the other day, and even though it's a smaller, you know, tab there, I was wearing my, you know, my gloves, cutting something, and I could very, very easily just pull that down and flick it out. You know, you can't really do the hole with gloves on easily, but it's so easy to just put your finger on there and just swing it out and then swing it shut. So really good for a work knife. And, you know, same with the arcade, obviously. It's just a fantastic lock. I absolutely love everything about it. Probably one of my favorites. Now, one difference is, if we look at the 20.5, right up in here, there's a little cutout in the liner, or in the liner and the scale, for you to kind of fit your finger back in here. We don't have that on the arcade, so it feels a little more crammed. I won't say it's hard to get in there, but you feel more on the edge of this thing rather than being like, you know, kind of way in there, if that makes sense. I mean, you know, you could just see the difference. So that's one difference. Again, it's not difficult to get on there, but you kind of feel a little more pushed out this way. As far as how it feels exactly like a Demko. Absolutely exactly. Now, so the Shark Lock on this knife, awesome. Now, this is aluminum, this frame. This is a G10 inlay, but like I said, they sell a bunch of other inlays you can put in here. You know, even some really fancy ones. I think they even have Damascus maybe or something like that. Which I think is a pretty cool idea, you know? You can just get the ones that come with the knife and be happy with that. But if you want, you can change them out. So I don't like how they marketed it, but I do think it's a cool idea. Um, the pocket clip is okay, you know. It's not inset, but they do have flat screws in there, or flat-headed screws. Not too much of a bill. It works well. It goes in and out of your pants well. I don't feel it as a hotspot right now, but after we do the cut test, we'll know for sure. It's a pretty neutral handle, you know. There's not really any dips and grooves and anything like that. I think they were trying to make a more comfortable choke-off spot. You can see this kind of area almost looks like you're meant to put your finger there, and you can, but it's not very comfortable because you have this edge here and this edge right here that are kind of digging into your finger. So you can, but a Demko choke-up spot is much, much more comfortable. Like, way comfy. This is not. So that's one thing. We have a colored thumb stud. Not sure if they all are colored or not. You got your little Flytanium logo there. I do like the logo. I don't know why they had to put Flytanium in, you know, letters down there also. I wish they would have just done the fly. But at least it's small. And then you got S35VN over there. Sharpening choil is meh, but you know, all Demkos are pretty much like that. It's actually a little bit bigger on the arcade. The Shark Cub has a good one, but I guess, you know, that's just how they do it over there. So I guess whatever. It's a, you know, for the blade, I think it's a pretty decent blade shape, very straightforward. Not as useful as something like this, where it's got a much lower tip. But, you know, it'll be all right. Again, we'll see more of that when we do the cut test. That's kind of it. Now, what do I think? I would rather have a Demko. I think the Demkos look better, feel better, and I like them more. I like the designs more. I like how they feel and cut. But if you're not a fan of Demkos aesthetically, then this might be a way for you to, you know, experience the Shark Lock in a different kind of form. So if you're one of those people, that's fine. This might be, you might be really happy about this. For me, the Demkos just do it for me. You got a real comfy choke-up spot, very slicey blade, at least on this one. I just, you know, they're just better for me. Now, the stock clip that comes on the 20.5s, however, is not that great. So this is a replacement Lynch Northwest clip. So if we're talking about stock clips, I think the clip on the arcade probably I like a little better. This one actually came with a nice deep carry clip, but all the 20.5s, I mean, the clip's okay. It's not very deep carry at all. So there's that. You know, you have the interchangeable inlay, and Demkos don't. If you're into that, there's that. I really love these big pivots on the Demkos. On the arcade, just got a regular one. The stone washes are the same, which is great because I love that stone wash. That's pretty much it. Yeah. My conclusion, seems like a very solid knife. It's got a very solid lock on it, very good lock, very fun lock. Ergonomics seem good. Not the sliciest blade ever, but it'll be sufficient. Interchangeable inlay piece. And that's it. You know, if you like the aesthetic and don't like the Demko aesthetic, there you go. Me personally, I'd rather have a Demko. I just think they look better. And they're more a little more ergonomic in the choke-up spot. So that's it. There's my thoughts on the arcade, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Please like the video before you leave. Let me know what you think. I'm curious if everyone thought the marketing was ridiculous. So let me know in the comments if you thought it was bad too. And there we go. All right. See you later, guys.